Do you want to successfully complete the WGU D491 Objective Assessment for Introduction to Analytics course? Then you're in the right place. Our website provides a list of questions and answers with an emphasis on preparing for your success in the Introduction to Analytics D491 course. In this video, we will cover questions from regression model types, classification techniques, data visualization methods, model evaluation matrix, and data analytics lifecycle. So, let's get started. 1. Which regression model is commonly used for predicting a continuous numerical outcome based on a set of input features? A. Logistic regression. B. Random forest. C. Linear regression. D. Naive Bayes. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Linear regression. Explanation. Linear regression is widely used to predict the value of a continuous dependent variable based on one or more independent variables. It assumes a linear relationship between the input and output. 2. Which algorithm is primarily used for securely exchanging cryptographic keys over an insecure channel? A. RSA. B. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗄. C. AES. D. 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗀𝗄. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗄. Explanation. 𝗬𝗵𝗀𝗄 allows two parties to establish a shared secret key without pre-sharing any secret, making it ideal for secure communications. 3. Which type of data is necessary for performing cluster analysis? A. Nominal. B. Continuous. C. Time series. D. Categorical. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Continuous. Explanation. Continuous data is required for cluster analysis because it allows for the calculation of distances between data points, which is essential for clustering algorithms. 4. What is the most appropriate technique for predicting future sales based on past data? A. K-means clustering. B. Logistic regression. C. Time series analysis. D. Heat map. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Time series analysis. Explanation. Time series analysis is used to analyze past data points and trends to predict future outcomes. 5. Which data visualization technique is best for showing the relationship between two continuous variables? A. Bar chart. B. Pie chart. C. Scatter. Plot. D. Heat map. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Scatter. Plot. Explanation. A 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗋 plot helps visualize the correlation or relationship between two continuous variables by displaying data points on a Cartesian plane. 6. Which technique is used to identify outliers in a dataset? A. Logistic regression. B. Box plot. C. Line chart. D. K-means clustering. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Box plot. Explanation. A box plot is commonly used to identify the spread of the data, including outliers which are displayed as points outside the whiskers of the box. 7. Which phase in the data analytics lifecycle involves collecting and transforming raw data? A. Discovery. B. Data preparation. C. Model planning. D. communicate results. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Data preparation. Explanation. The data preparation phase focuses on collecting, cleaning, and transforming raw data to make it suitable for analysis. 8. What is the primary purpose of descriptive analytics? A. Predict future outcomes. B. Describe historical trends. C. Prescribe actions for improvement. D. Explore unknown relationships in data. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Describe historical trends. Explanation. Descriptive analytics is focused on summarizing past data to identify trends and patterns. 9. Which of the following is a common technique used in sentiment analysis? A. K means clustering. B. Text mining. C. Principal component analysis. D. Logistic regression. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Text mining. Explanation. Text mining is used to analyze textual data to extract useful information, which is crucial for sentiment analysis in determining the sentiment behind the text. 10. What is the main goal of predictive analytics? A. To describe what has happened. B. To predict future outcomes. C. To prescribe actions for improvement. D. To collect raw data. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. To predict future outcomes. Explanation. Predictive analytics uses statistical models and machine learning techniques to predict future outcomes based on historical data. 11. What is the main advantage of using decision trees over linear regression? A. They are faster. B. They can handle missing data. C. They can model non-linear relationships. D. They use fewer computational resources. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. They can model non-linear relationships. Explanation. Decision trees are capable of modeling complex, non-linear relationships between variables, while linear regression is limited to linear relationships. 12. Which of the following measures the probability of a result occurring by chance? A. P-value. B. Mean absolute error. C. Percent change. D. Precision. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. P-value. Explanation. A p-value measures the probability that the observed result occurred by chance, and it is used to determine statistical significance. 13. What is the main purpose of using cross-validation in model evaluation? A. To simplify the data. B. To split data into training and test sets. C. To test the model on different subsets of data. D. To visualize model predictions. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. To test the model on different subsets of data. Explanation. Cross-validation is used to evaluate the performance of a model by training it on different subsets of the data to reduce overfitting. 14. What is a key benefit of using a logistic regression model for classification tasks? A. It handles missing data well. B. It provides probabilities in addition to class labels. C. It models non-linear relationships effectively. D. It can cluster data into groups. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. It provides probabilities in addition to class labels. Explanation. Logistic regression not only classifies data, but also provides the probability of each classification. 15. Which tool is commonly used during the model planning phase of data analytics projects? A. Hadoop. B. 𝗏𝗏. C. Tableau. D. Microsoft Excel. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. 𝗏𝗏. Explanation. 𝗏𝗏 is an open-source data analytics platform that allows users to visually create data workflows, making it ideal for model planning. 16. Which regression model is commonly used for binary classification tasks? A. Linear regression. B. Decision tree. C. Logistic regression. D. K-means clustering. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Logistic regression. Explanation. Logistic regression is used for binary classification, predicting a binary outcome. 17. What is the purpose of normalization in data preprocessing? A. To find the mean of the data. B. To handle missing values. C. To scale numerical data to a specific range. D. To remove outliers. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. To scale numerical data to a specific range. Explanation. Normalization transforms numerical data into a specific range, usually between 0 and 1, to ensure consistent scale across features. 18. Which metric is best for measuring the central tendency of a dataset with outliers? A. Mean. B. Median. C. Mode. D. Standard deviation. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Median. Explanation. The median is not influenced by outliers and is therefore a better measure of central tendency for skewed datasets. 19. Which technique is used for reducing the dimensionality of a dataset while preserving most of the variance? A. Decision tree. B. Principal component analysis. C. K-means clustering. D. Logistic regression. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Principal component analysis. Explanation. PCA reduces the number of features by creating new variables, principal components, that capture most of the dataset's variance. 20. In a decision tree, how does the algorithm choose which feature to split on? A. Random selection. B. Based on Gini impurity or information gain. C. Based on correlation. D. Based on feature type, categorical or continuous. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Based on Gini impurity or information gain. Explanation. Decision trees split based on criteria like Gini impurity or information gain, which measure how well a feature separates the data. 21. Which phase of the data analytics lifecycle involves deploying the final model in production? A. Data preparation. B. Model planning. C. Model execution. D. Operationalize. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. D. Operationalize. Explanation. The operationalize phase involves deploying the model in a production environment and monitoring its performance. 22. What is the primary purpose of association rules analysis? A. To predict future outcomes. B. To find interesting relationships between items in large datasets. C. To cluster data into similar groups. D. To classify data into predefined categories. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. To find interesting relationships between items in large datasets. Explanation. Association rules are used in market basket analysis to discover relationships between items frequently purchased together. 23. Which data visualization is most appropriate for showing trends over time? A. Bar chart. B. Pie chart. C. Line chart. D. Scatter plot. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Line chart. Explanation. Line charts are used to display data trends over a continuous time period. 24. Which of the following is a common technique used in anomaly detection? A. 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗍. B. Clustering. C. Text mining. D. Logistic regression. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Clustering. Explanation. Clustering can be used to identify data points that do not fit well with any group, which can be flagged as anomalies. 25. Which model is commonly used for classification tasks in data analytics? A. Linear regression. B. Logistic regression. C. K-means clustering. D. Principal component analysis. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Logistic regression. Explanation. Logistic regression is widely used for classification tasks because it predicts the probability of binary outcomes. 26. Which of the following is used to handle missing data in a dataset? A. Normalization. B. Imputation. C. Truncation. D. Smoothing. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Imputation. Explanation. Imputation involves filling in missing data with substituted values, such as the mean or median of the feature. 27. Which visualization is most appropriate for understanding the distribution of a continuous variable? A. Box plot. B. Pie chart. C. Bar chart. D. Line chart. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Box plot. Explanation. A box plot visualizes the spread and skewness of the data, highlighting the quartiles and outliers. 28. What is the primary use of the 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀 algorithm? A. Regression. B. Classification. C. Clustering. D. Dimensionality reduction. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Classification. Explanation. 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀 is commonly used for classification tasks, especially in text classification, because of its simplicity and efficiency. 29. Which visualization technique is best for showing the frequency distribution of a single variable? A. Histogram. B. Scatter plot. C. Line chart. D. Heat map. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. Histogram. Explanation. A histogram is used to show the distribution of a single continuous variable by grouping data into bins. 30. Which method is commonly used to split a dataset into training and test? Sets. A. Cross-validation. B. Time series analysis. C. K-fold validation. D. Random sampling. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. D. Random sampling. Explanation. Random sampling is commonly used to split a dataset into training and test sets to evaluate model performance. Struggling with your WGU exams? We've all been there. Welcome to OAExams.com, your ultimate resource for WGU success. Find over 15,000 plus questions and answers. Join our thriving community of over 10,000 active WGU students and an impressive 100% success rate with our premium exam support. Visit OAExams.com today and take the first step toward guaranteed success. 31. Which metric measures how often a binary classification model correctly identifies positive instances? A. Precision. B. Recall. C. Accuracy. D. F1 score. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Recall. Explanation. Recall measures the proportion of actual positive instances correctly identified by the model. 32. Which algorithm is best suited for grouping data points into distinct clusters? A. K-means clustering. B. Logistic regression. C. Linear regression. D. Naive Bayes. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. K-means clustering. Explanation. K-means clustering is an unsupervised algorithm used to group data points into distinct clusters based on their similarity. 33. What is the purpose of feature selection in the model planning phase? A. To reduce the number of input variables. B. To improve model accuracy. C. To prepare data for visualization. And D. To calculate the error rate. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. To reduce the number of input variables. Explanation. Feature selection reduces the number of input variables to simplify the model and avoid overfitting. 34. Which phase in the data analytics lifecycle involves interpreting results and making recommendations? A. Model planning. B. Model execution. C. Communicate results. D. Data preparation. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Communicate results. Explanation. The communicate results phase involves sharing the findings with stakeholders and making recommendations based on the analysis. 35. What is the advantage of using a random forest over a single decision tree? A. Random forest is easier to interpret. B. Random forest reduces overfitting. C. Random forest has higher variance. D. Random forest uses less computational power. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Random forest reduces overfitting. Explanation. Random forest reduces overfitting by averaging the results of multiple decision trees, making it more robust. 36. Which metric is commonly used to evaluate the performance of a classification model? A. Root means squared error. B. Precision. C. mean absolute error, D, mean squared error. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B, precision. Explanation. Precision measures the proportion of positive predictions that are actually correct, making it a key metric for classification models. 37. Which algorithm is primarily used for dimensionality reduction? A. K-means clustering. B. Principal component analysis. C. Logistic regression. D. Random forest. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Principal component analysis. Explanation. PCA is a common dimensionality reduction technique that creates new variables, principal components, that preserve the variance in the dataset. 38. What is the purpose of using a heat map in data visualization? A. To show trends over time. B. To highlight correlations between variables. C. To compare the magnitude of different categories. D. To group data points into clusters. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. To highlight correlations between variables. Explanation. A heat map uses color to represent the strength of correlations or relationships between variables in a dataset. 39. Which technique is used to find the probability of an event occurring based on prior knowledge? A. K-means clustering. B. 𝗦𝘂𝗋𝗋𝗀𝗍. C. Decision tree. D. Linear regression. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. 𝗦𝘂𝗋𝗋𝗀𝗍. Explanation. 𝗦𝘂𝗋𝗋𝗀𝗍 is a probabilistic classifier that calculates the probability of an event occurring based on prior knowledge of conditions. 40. Which model evaluation technique is commonly used to reduce overfitting in machine learning models? A. Cross-validation. B. Time series analysis. C. Logistic regression. D. Principal component analysis. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, A. Cross-validation. Explanation. Cross-validation involves splitting the dataset into multiple subsets and training the model on each subset to reduce overfitting. 41. What is the key advantage of using k-fold cross-validation over a single train test split? A. It is faster. B. It reduces variance in model evaluation. C. It is simpler to implement. D. It handles missing data. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. It reduces variance in model evaluation. Explanation. K-fold cross-validation reduces variance by averaging the results from multiple train test splits, providing a more reliable estimate of model performance. 42. Which data cleaning technique is used to standardize the range of features in a data set? A. Imputation. B. Normalization. C. Truncation. D. Smoothing. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Normalization. Explanation. Normalization scales the range of numerical features to a consistent range, typically between 0 and 1, ensuring that all features contribute equally to the model. 43. Which tool is commonly used to connect users to relational databases during the model planning phase? A. Tableau. B. SAS. Access. C. Microsoft. Excel. D. 𝗬𝗂𝗰𝗲𝗀. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗧. Explanation. 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗧 allows users to connect to relational databases and data warehouses to retrieve and manipulate data during the model planning phase. 44. Which metric is most appropriate for measuring the accuracy of a regression model? A. Precision. B. Recall. C. Mean squared error. D. F1 score. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, C. Mean squared error. Explanation. Mean squared error measures the average squared difference between actual and predicted values, making it a standard metric for regression models. 45. Which data visualization is best for displaying the distribution of a categorical variable? A. Pie chart. B. Line chart. C. Box plot. D. Scatter plot. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, A. Pie chart. Explanation. Pie charts are commonly used to show the proportion of different categories within a dataset. 46. What is the purpose of using decision trees in data analysis? A. To cluster data into groups. B. To model linear relationships between variables. C. To classify data into distinct categories. D. To calculate probabilities based on prior knowledge. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, C. To classify data into distinct categories. Explanation. Decision trees are used for classification tasks, where data is divided into distinct categories based on decision rules. 47. Which visualization technique is used to compare the distribution of multiple variables at once? A. Line chart. B. Box plot. C. Pie chart. D. Heat map. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Box plot. Explanation. A box plot can compare the distribution of multiple variables simultaneously by displaying their spread, quartiles, and outliers. 48. What is the main use of logistic regression in data analytics? A. Predicting continuous outcomes. B. Classifying binary outcomes. C. Clustering data points. D. Reducing the dimensionality of data. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. Classifying binary outcomes. Explanation. Logistic regression is used to predict the probability of binary outcomes. For example, true/false, yes, no. 49. What is the purpose of using smoothing techniques in time series analysis? A. To remove noise from data. B. To identify outliers. C. To increase the variance of predictions. D. To improve feature selection. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, A. To remove noise from data. Explanation. Smoothing techniques are used in time series analysis to remove random noise and reveal underlying trends. 50. Which tool is commonly used for creating web-based data visualizations? A. Microsoft Excel. B. D3.js, C. 𝗔𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗀. D. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗀. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. D3.js. Explanation: D3.js is a JavaScript library used to create interactive web-based visualizations for large datasets. You've reached the end of our first question set. For the complete exam preparation experience, visit us at OAExams.com, where you'll find thousands more practice questions and comprehensive study guides. Thanks for studying with us today. See you in the next video.